just wanted to give a quick shout out to PT for making it come together this week. So shout out to you. So yeah, we're gonna get this started. So in A Brave New World, Aldous Huxley wrote that words can be like x-rays if you use them properly. You read and you're pierced. I've been pierced by words a lot in the past few months. I was pierced when I heard as of 12:01 this afternoon, President of the United States of America describe his conduct with women. The phrase locker room banter still sits heavy in my stomach. I've been pierced by the words deplorables, bad hombres, and nasty woman. But I've also been pierced by the words, when they go low, we go high. And I felt a surge through my body when the 44th President of the United States of America ended his farewell address with the words, yes we did, yes we can. I firmly believe that words invoke feelings in us that words themselves are incapable of describing. Language is and always has been our strongest weapon. If there is a positive takeaway from these past few months, it is that our community has become more politically active and, more importantly, more vocal. Like many of you, I'm sure, I'm afraid. However, as one of my favorite writers of all time, Audre Lorde, once said, when we speak, we are afraid that our words will not be heard or welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak. As I drove to school this morning, I ran into a group of children, mostly from immigrant families, waving to me excitedly as they got on the school bus. And I broke down in tears in my car. The idea that they could grow up in this presidency believing in any way that their voices are unimportant frightened me. My biggest hope for this next 4 years is that beginning with this event, we will all use our voices to connect with one another, regardless of our political affiliations, that we will lead by example to show these children that their voices do matter and they do have a place in our America. In spite of the way the media carelessly throws words around, our voices and their voices are important. The words we choose are powerful and they matter. I'd like to end my remarks with a poem I wrote a few months ago in the anatomy lab, which I'm sure some of you have heard. The end of the election season coincided with a lot of our time in the anatomy lab, and the divisive rhetoric that I heard in the media so starkly contrasted the realization I came to daily in anatomy lab, that we are far more similar than we are led to believe. Our racial and political differences are only skin deep, and this poem is about the human element I feel we all have in common. June Jordan, I am not wrong, wrong is not my name. This is a person, but not. I do not know what left, or where it went, or how to speak to a brain outside of its body. When they ask me who I am, I do not know how not to be wrong, only that my answer will always be too superficial or too deep. What I would give for a politician to open up a body and forget its skin tone, to panic when the vessels aren't red enough or blue. There is no name assigned to this color. We are governed by surface. When they ask me who I am, I know only that skin is a mask. I am not a pigment. I am not wrong. I am not right. I am not a number. I am not a poet for them to lump with the others. This poem is not looking for answers. When they try to tell you what you are, answer with sharpened scalpel. Tell them layers, layers, and layers. You are not an opening to dig through. Tell them closer. They are only afraid because opening you is opening themselves. Do not be afraid. Nothing fragmented was ever really intact. These hands are not new to the table. They are waiting, wait longer. You are not theirs. You are yours, even now more than ever. You are ready. Thank you.